I'm Shanda Trofe with Transcendent Publishing, and in this video, we're going to discuss whether you should self-publish your print-on-demand book via IngramSpark or KDP, or both. Now, I actually recommend that authors use both. And at Transcendent Publishing, when we upload the book into our authors' accounts for them, we recommend that they set up accounts with both IngramSpark and KDP. And here's why. Many authors just go with KDP. And that's fine. It's free. It's an easy way to get your book up on Amazon and also be able to order your print on-demand copies at a low wholesale rate. You can do that with IngramSpark as well, but right now we're going to talk about KDP. So KDP is Kindle Direct Publishing. It's owned by Amazon, and it's one option. It's one of the most popular options for print-on-demand publishing. And the reason why is because authors know, self-published authors know that they can upload their files for free and be published on Amazon, and Amazon pays a nice royalty for their sales. And they can also order the print-on-demand copies in any increment. So the problem though with that is that unless you use one of their free ISBNs, which I don't recommend, and if you haven't watched my other video yet, should I purchase an ISBN for my self-published book, make sure you check that one out. But in order for you to turn on expanded distribution, meaning that they will also send your book to other retailers, you have to use one of their ISBNs. And the problem with that is that marries you to their platform. And also it makes your book look self-published if independently published is listed as the publisher, which it is when you use an Amazon ISBN. So that's why I always recommend, one, you own your ISBN and you assign it to a professional publishing imprint, unless of course you're working with a publisher who's assigning you a ISBN, and then it would be assigned to their publishing imprint. But if you are deciding whether or not to purchase an ISBN, always go with the option to purchase one from Bowker, which is myidentifiers.com, over using a free Amazon ISBN. So now that you own your ISBN or you are working with a publisher who is assigned an ISBN, then you can also put your book on IngramSpark. And the reason why I recommend IngramSpark is because Ingram is the world's largest book distributor. They're going to make your book available to over 40,000 retailers. Now, it doesn't mean 40,000 retailers are going to carry your book. There's still legwork that has to be done on the author's end, but it means that 40,000 retailers order their inventory and have a relationship with Ingram Content Group. So when you publish with IngramSpark, which is the self-publishing print-on-demand division of Ingram Content Group, then you have your book available to those retailers if they should decide to carry it. So what happens when you publish with IngramSpark is you would make your book returnable, because in order for bookstores to want to carry your book, if you plan to pursue bookstores or libraries or in schools or universities, they're going to want to know that they can return the book if they need to, if it doesn't sell. And so they need a book returnability program. KDP does not offer that. So while KDP is great for getting your book up on Amazon and getting it for sale there, it's not great if you want to pursue bookstores. Let's say you go out to your local Barnes and Noble. Now, if you're going to a smaller independent bookstore, this doesn't really apply because they'll usually purchase copies from you or sell them on consignment. But I'm speaking about if you were to go out and pursue a larger bookstore. And the first thing they're going to do is run the ISBN. And if it comes back to Amazon, they're not likely to carry the book if it comes back to KDP, because they want to know, like I said earlier, that they can return the book if it doesn't sell. And so when they see that it's distributed by Ingram, most larger bookstores already have a relationship with Ingram. They know they can return the books if they don't sell. And so that makes you more desirable of an option to have that bookstore pick up your book. So Again, Ingram's going to give you more distribution options as far as bookstores and libraries and schools, whereas KDP is just going to allow you to get your book up on Amazon, unless, of course, you went with one of their free ISBNs, and then you could get that expanded distribution, but that wouldn't help you if you plan to pursue bookstores. So when you publish with IngramSpark, you would, one, allow retailers to have a 55% wholesale discount. This is what I recommend if you plan to pursue bookstores or libraries or schools, like I mentioned earlier. You want to allow them to have that 55% wholesale discount to order the books from Ingram. And then you want to make sure that you select that it is in the book returnability program. Now, Ingram will act as your book distributor, and Ingram will distribute your book to Amazon and barnesandnoble.com and the other online retailers on your behalf. And then when a reader goes to Amazon or Barnes and Noble and purchases, you get paid a royalty on those sales from Ingram, and Ingram pays monthly with a 60-day lag, but you will get your royalties monthly through Ingram. Now, if you also, this is what I recommend to our authors. We first upload the book to IngramSpark, and we turn on distribution there. And now IngramSpark distributes the book to Barnes and Noble and Amazon and the other online retailers. Then we upload the paperback, and only the paperback. I'm not talking about the ebook here. We're specifically talking about the paperback in this video. Then we upload the paperback to KDP. And now KDP will override any sales that come from Amazon. And so you'll get a little bit more of a royalty there because you're cutting out the middleman, which is IngramSpark. So you make a little bit more money when you distribute your paperback book through Amazon as well as IngramSpark. I hope that made sense. If you have any questions about that, please go ahead and drop them below, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. But just to recap, you want to, if you plan to pursue bookstores, you want to go the IngramSpark route. I always recommend IngramSpark anyway, because like I said, it's going to get your book on Amazon, barnesandnoble.com, and the other online retailers. And then, of course, you can also always upload your paperback copy to KDP to override any Amazon sales, and you make a little bit more royalties there. Now you have, if I didn't mention before, you have the opportunity to order your wholesale copies from either one. Once you upload them, they're both your print-on-demand printer. So you can get your discounted author copies from IngramSpark and or KDP. So what I usually recommend authors do is order a copy from each one, see which quality you like best. They always tend to look a little bit different. And then whichever quality you like best, order your author copies from there. I hope this helps. And don't forget to subscribe and check out our other videos here at Transcendent Publishing.